Nutrition Corner, talk about what to put on you. I wish you could see how I do this segment, especially this segment. Well, really the whole show, but this segment especially. I'm all by myself. I am the photographer for the filmer guy. 29 years. This segment usually. I used to let my wife film it, and she would laugh at me, and it would bleed over. So I was like, that's not cool. You can't have the camera person going off hysterical, because it's not that funny. This is serious business. Talking about creatine monohydrate. What's funny about the segment is that I feel like I've just covered this, and then I go back and look, and no, it's not recent. It's like 5 years old, 6 years old. And so there's new people coming up, there's new kids coming up that don't know anything about anything, and that's what the show's for, of course. So we're talking about creatine monohydrate again. And I really believe I may have been the first person in the city of Mobile, Alabama, at least, that ever took creatine monohydrate, because I've been around so long. And so when I read this part, and I read it all the time, this is on our website, by the way. Go to jasonsfitness.com, click on store. You know, you go to the store and you can buy our supplements and stuff. You can come in Jason's in Mobile and Foley and buy them. But this part always bothers me, and I've been talking about this for a long time on the show. Creatine monohydrate is, simply put, the most popular and effective bodybuilding, sports-specific supplement ever created, ever researched. And research, oh my God, the research that's been done on this one supplement. Now, this is the part that always bothers me. And if you were a person that didn't have access to it for a long time, like moi, coming up playing football and powerlifting and all that stuff, didn't have access to this. This was first researched in 1832. It was discovered in 1832 by French scientists. But it was not until 1923 that scientists discovered that over 95% of creatine is stored in muscle tissue. We knew that in 1923. But it was not until 1992 that it started being used in supplementation. What the heck? Why did it take that long? I was already past all. Anyway. So every time I read this on the show, it makes me angry. So what is it? What's creatine monohydrate? It's naturally occurring. It comes in your food. Okay? It can never be banned. It's 100% natural. Never going to be banned in any sport. And that's a pretty cool thing, because it's more effective than so-called juice. And it's just natural. Creatine can significantly increase lean muscle mass in just 2 weeks. It is also responsible for improving performance in high-intensity exercise, increasing energy levels, and speeding up recovery rates. All right, so to make this shorter, creatine monohydrate is really good for explosive athletes and for gaining good size. Excellent results have been observed in taking creatine monohydrate in 2 different ways. The first way is called loading. That's the first time I was ever exposed to it. That's the way we took it. We took as much as 25, 30 grams a day for the first 5 to 7 days, and then you went to 5 grams a day. You can also just start taking 10 grams a day, and eventually your body becomes saturated with it. After a while, I know there are people out there taking 20, 30 grams a day. You're wasting it. I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I don't think it's necessary. I think 5 to 10 grams a day after you've loaded up on it or been on it for a while is fine. I've also, on our label, this is our brand, by the way, Creatine monohydrate. This is a little bitty. This is on our website. You can buy this 100 gram. This is like this is like a sample size to show you how good it works. And I say this all the time too, because this is our segment. Creatine monohydrate. All the studies that have been done have been on plain old creatine monohydrate. That's when I came out with our own creatine. It's called plain old creatine. Did I say? Yeah, plain old creatine. Because, you can spend money on the stuff and it tastes good, and we carry it. We have other brands on our shelf. We don't sell our brand. Jason's has that brand. Ours is just you mix it in grape juice. I always like to mix mine in Gatorade. I just thought that was a great combination because it needs some sugar to usher it into the muscle. That's why. All right, it helps it assimilate better. The thing I always tell you about our products is there's lots of other brands out there with some they've literally got Kool-Aid in it and some caffeine in it. I worry more about kids taking in too much caffeine. I don't worry about them taking creatine monohydrate. I worry about the caffeine. It's too high dosages. But you take this plain old creatine, and all I can tell you about my plain old creatine is what's in it is in it. It's not magic creatine. It's just real creatine monohydrate. I don't know if some of you saw the stuff that came out, but some of the major grocery stores and stuff, their creatine was coming out of China, and they started testing it, and there wasn't anything in it. So that's what you have to get it from somebody that you trust. I hope you trust me by now. After 20, we've been in business 38 years the month I was shooting this, and I've been on the TV show now for 28 or 29. We haven't decided which one it is, talking about products. And for a long time, it was other people like Champion Nutrition. I'm a big fan. Cytomax, good fan of. But this is ours, and what it says is in it is in it. But creatine monohydrate. And if you are young or old, and you've never tried creatine monohydrate, you're going to be blown away. You will be blown away at how effective it really is. That was Nutrition Corner.